Hello and welcome to your weekly Terrier TV newscast for the final week of October. My name is Anthony Cerulli and I'm filling in for Ivana this week as your host. We have a lot to get to today, plus what is trending in the world of entertainment, along with the biggest moments for the past week in sports. But before we get to all of that, let's get straight into the top stories for the week. A new report shows that the United States had over 480,000 coronavirus cases last week, setting a new record for the most cases in a single week since the pandemic began. A number of individual states set records for both number of cases and deaths in a single week, with Johns Hopkins University data now estimating a new COVID-19 case every 1.26 seconds. This, of course, is the case as we enter the final full week of campaigning for President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. And with a COVID outbreak within the staff of current Vice President Mike Pence, the focus will look to remain on the virus during these unfortunate times. In more local and lighter coronavirus news, students in over 100 NYC schools will be returning to in-person learning. These schools were within COVID-clustered red and orange zones, but with the schools closed for the past 2 weeks and the numbers going down in some of those areas, students will be allowed to return to the classroom starting this week. But where zones of public schools in Queens have dropped to 0.18% positivity rates, areas in Brooklyn have not been as fortunate, and so 45 schools remain closed in our borough. For the first time in our nation's history, the Senate has positioned a Supreme Court nominee, Amy Coney Barrett, towards certain confirmation a mere 8 days before the presidential election. This was a move made during a rare weekend session without a single Democratic supporter for making that decision. Judge Barrett will be expected to be confirmed at tonight's final confirmation vote, as Democrats still voice their displeasure for such an early decision. And now let's send it over to Julian Steve for his entertainment report. Take it away, Julian.
Thank you, Anthony. Today I will be talking about 3 movies you should watch on Netflix. 2 of the movies are from 2019 and 1 of them is from 2020. Number 1 is Hubie Halloween starring Adam Sandler. The movie is based on a man trying to save his neighborhood on Halloween. Number 2 is Rattlesnake starring Karen Ijogora, a mom whose daughter, after being bitten by a rattle, is saved by a mysterious stranger. Number 3, In the Shadow of a Moon, starring Boy Holbrook. In the Shadow of the Room is based on a mid-bending crime drama about a Philly detective obsessed with a female serial killer. Go check out all 3 films on Netflix. I'm Julian Steve with your weekly entertainment, and like Busta Rhymes would say, each and every day. Back to you, Anthony.
Great job as always, Julian. I will be making sure to watch all of those shows in the near future. But for now, we have a lot going on in the sports world, so let's send it over to our very own sports correspondent, Connor Keating. Take it away, Connor.
Thanks, Anthony. Welcome back, sports geeks. I'm Connor. I'm your sports caster for the week, and we are back for some more sports updates. To start us off, in the MLB, the Dodgers won Game 5 after the Rays had a surprising win to Game 4. Kenley Jansen had the game all set and ready to be finished to put the Dodgers up 3-1, but he gave up a single to center field, and that ended up scoring 2 runs after a few botched catches. So the Rays tied it there in Game 4, but the Dodgers came back swinging and won Game 5 in a pretty good fashion. So they're up 3-2. They are 1 win away from their first World Series title in couple decades, I believe. And in NFL news, the NFC East is the best division of the NFL because the winner, or the leader of that division, is 2-4-1, and that is the Philadelphia Eagles. All jokes aside, which include the NFC East because they are a joke right now. One of those teams will make it to the playoffs, and more than likely, the way this is looking, will have a losing record. That'll be a first for the NFL, I feel like. Be very surprising for all the fans, too. Tampa Bay and Tom Brady have a great chemistry going right now. They just signed Antonio Brown, so they will be even more deadly as they are now. And Brady is helping his new team win in surprising fashion. They put a beating on the Raiders, 45-20. And the Steelers are the last undefeated team in the NFL at 6-0. Ben Roethlisberger, Juju, Chase Claypool, James Conner, and the whole defense and Pittsburgh team are looking really good. And let's see how long they can keep their undefeated streak going. And finally, Adam Silver and the NBA are trying to have a Christmas Day start to the 2020-2021 NBA season, which all basketball fans are hoping for, that it can go back to normal. But there might be another bubble, and hopefully all players will get a good rest for that season after finishing the season in the bubble. Back to you, Anthony.
Thank you very much, Connor, and there we will end another episode of the Newscast. I want to thank both Julian and Connor for their weekly reports, and I want to thank you, the viewer, for watching another weekly newscast. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Terrier TV YouTube page for all of your weekly news, along with a plethora of amazing shows. But that just about sums it up for this week, Terriers. Thank you. And as always, have a fantastic week.